Ryan is in Salt Lake City. Hey, Ryan, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave and George, thanks for taking my call.
Sure, what's up?
So, my wife and I are just about to graduate with our bachelor's degrees. My wife actually will have two at the end of April, and I'll have one. Hers will be in nursing, and mine will be in exercise and wellness. And I'm about to start chiropractic school in Texas. Now, my main question has to do with how to tackle the student loans of chiropractic school as they come. I've listened to a lot of your shows on YouTube, especially the ones having to do with chiropractic school. And I know you don't have the highest thoughts about chiropractic school, but I am anticipating taking about $100,000 to $120,000 in student loans. And the reason that that's lower than what the average would be for chiropractic students is because I've received about $32,000 in academic scholarships for chiropractic school, and my wife will have a job of about $60,000 a year as a nurse. And so those are my main questions.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if it matters. It does matter. My savings is about $35,000.
Okay.
How much debt do you guys have from the schooling so far?
We currently have no debt up until this first semester of chiropractic school. We took out $10,000.
Okay.
Why, when you had $35,000 in the bank?
We wanted to keep it there as a safety blanket if, when we got to Texas, we wanted to get a house, or also keep it there if down the road, once I start my business, we have it there for startup costs.
Okay. Well, I disagree with your strategy. Number one, I wouldn't buy a house while you're in the middle of all this. You're talking about going $120,000 in debt to go to school, meanwhile buy a house, and meanwhile keep $35,000 to the side to build a business later. No. Effectively, what you're doing is you're borrowing money, not for school, but effectively you're borrowing money to keep money in your savings account, and you're borrowing money to open your business later. You're borrowing money to put your down payment on your house. That's effectively what you're doing. So, no, if I were you, if I woke up in your shoes, and I don't think you're going to do this, because I think you're going to do your plan, but so I'm not real sure why you called, but I would take the $35,000 and put it towards chiropractic school. I'd be working while I was in chiropractic school. I continue to work on more scholarships, and I would, your wife's going to be picking up a bunch of overtime to pay for your way through this school, and I'd come out of chiropractic school with no debt and no house. That would be my goal.
Yeah, I'm hearing talk about safety and wanting to feel safe, and all of this debt is not putting you in a place of safety. It's putting you at a place of risk, and when you get out, you're going to feel broke, even as a chiropractor, even with a great income, because you're broke, because you're making payments on $130,000 of debt at that point, while paying a mortgage payment, by the way, and property taxes and insurance costs and home maintenance costs. So now's not the time to be buying a house. I want you to get your career on the right foot, pay cash for this thing, and later down the road, then we can get into a house.
So if I could put two of you on two separate tracks, and let's see who wins. Your track or the track I just outlined, where you use every dime you can scrape together and you pay cash and you work your way through beans and rice, rice and beans, and you do anything you can do to create an income to get your way through, but you don't have a house and you don't have money to start a business when you come out, but you don't have any debt, versus the plan that you've got, where you've got $120,000 worth of debt, $35,000 in the bank, and you got a house, which means you don't have $35,000 in the bank anymore, and your expenses have gone up. If I can take either one of those two guys and I fast forward them 10 years, my guy will win. You'll end up with the house and owning your business. You might have to work for someone else for a season to save up the money to start your business. You might have to work for someone else for a season to get the house bought, but you won't have any debt hanging around your neck, and every dollar you make will be free for you to plow into your future in cash, and you cash flowed the whole thing. 10 years from today, ready, set, go, my guy will win.
It reminds me of the tortoise and the hare. Classic story, but we got to move slow here. And I think there's a lot of lies that we've believed, especially the younger generations, that, Dave, we deserve a house. We've worked so hard to get through school, and we just deserve the right car.
I didn't even hear entitlement in his voice. I just heard he was trying to be wise, and he's trying to do all these smart things, and he's trying to do three different things that are smart in his mind and doing them in the wrong order. School, house, start a business. And you try and do them all at the same time and in the wrong order and hold this money and try to make this $35,000 do all that, it's not going to do all that.
And it's the same guy who will call 5 years later and say, hey, Dave, I got a chiropractic practice, and I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt because I needed to start it for startup costs. What do I do? I'm broke. And I don't want that for him.
So, Alex, or Ryan, I'm sorry, you're going to do what you're going to do. And I got a feeling just from listening to you, you're probably going to do your plan. But if I could put your twin brother beside you and he worked my plan, he would beat you. That I'm telling you, that's how the math will work out, and that's how life will work out.